high cost of prescription drugs is a shining and sad example of the outsized influence of corporate interests in our politics. Not only has Big Pharma raised the price of generic drugs in some cases tenfold, they've also made it difficult for us to create a larger system in which generic drugs could lower the overall cost of prescriptions. In addition to that, Medicare ought to be able to negotiate for lower prescription drugs. And the VA does this right now. It's very effective. It's cut the cost of prescription drugs in half. Why can't we do it for Medicare? In addition to that, we've got to address the impact of monopolies on the system. We need more options. Consumers deserve more options. And with all of these tools, we can lower the cost of prescription drugs.
Every Georgian should have access to high-quality, affordable care, and delivering on that is my top priority. Once again, the path to that future will require that we reduce regulation, increase competition, and cut waste. As I mentioned, President Trump has taken historic action already to lower drug prices using exactly these principles, bringing more competition to the market, cutting out the middleman insurers, for example. In comparison, the Socialist Democrats want Medicare for all, which would mean less choice in the insurance market, worse care, and more expensive doctor visits. So I'll always fight against their radical agenda and continue to work with President Trump to push forward with his historic progress toward more affordable, better care.
Attacking the drivers of our health care costs is vital to the long-term financial security of Medicare. We need lower prescription drug costs and increased access to health care through market-based solutions that increase competition, not government controls that have never really worked. I also believe that increasing transparency and cracking down on fraud in Medicare would improve the program's long-term viability. That transparency will protect the program from future cuts. We also need to guarantee coverage for pre-existing conditions and protect seniors from surprise medical bills. I worked with a bipartisan group of senators to address surprise medical billing, and I put forward legislation to protect coverage for pre-existing conditions at no additional cost.
The next question is about Medicare. Medicare is an absolutely vital program. It's an efficient program. It's a healthcare program that America's seniors rely upon, and I will vote to ensure they can continue to rely upon it. I will oppose efforts to weaken Medicare. I will oppose efforts to shift the burden of healthcare costs further onto seniors. And I'll work to empower Medicare to further lower healthcare costs, for example, by negotiating lower prescription drug costs. You know, the cost of medicine in America right now is a scandal. And it's because of the political power of the pharmaceutical industry in Washington. They actually lobbied Congress so that Medicare is not allowed to negotiate lower drug prices. I will stand up to those drug company lobbyists to bring down drug prices for America's seniors, and I will oppose the ongoing efforts to defund Medicare and the attacks on Medicare solvency.